if you're a woman over 40 and you feel like you're eating well, moving your body, doing everything you used to lose weight, but the scale isn't moving anymore, right? Sleep might be the missing piece. And I don't mean feeling tired. Because in midlife, sleep doesn't just impact your energy. It directly impacts your hunger hormones, your fat storage hormones, your recovery, your metabolism, and even the types of food your brain craves. So today I want to talk about why sleep impacts weight loss more in midlife and why ignoring it can keep you stuck, even when you're doing everything else right. So in your 20s and even your early 30s, you could get away with poor sleep. You could stay up late, power through the next day, grab some coffee, hit a workout, and still see progress because your hormones were more resilient. Your body could spike cortisol, recover quickly, and regulate hunger hormones like leptin and ghrelin efficiently. But somewhere in midlife, especially during perimenopause, that system becomes much more sensitive. And now, even 1 or 2 nights of disrupted sleep can increase ghrelin, your hunger hormone, decrease leptin, your fullness hormone, and raise cortisol, your primary stress hormone, which is going to tell your body to hold on to energy, slow fat burning, increase your cravings, and reduce recovery. Sleep becomes less of a nice to have and more of a metabolic requirement. So let's talk about the stress, sleep, weight gain loop. Most women I talk to in midlife are already carrying a higher baseline level of stress. Work stress, family responsibility, hormone fluctuations, and many of you disrupted sleep from night sweats and hot flashes. So now your body is already trying to manage inflammation, blood sugar regulation, and nervous system recovery. And when sleep is disrupted, cortisol stays elevated longer into the next day, which does a few important things. It tells your body to store fat, especially around the midsection. It makes your cells less responsive to insulin, and it increases cravings for quick energy foods like sugar and refined carbs. So you wake up tired, crave more carbs, have less energy to move, recover slower from workouts, and often end up eating less during the day in an effort to be good, only to feel hungrier later that night. This is the stress sleep weight gain loop, and it's incredibly common for women over 40. So why eating less and exercising more doesn't fix it? Here's why this gets really, really frustrating. Because when weight loss stalls, most women assume they need to eat less, exercise more, or push harder. But your body is already sleep deprived in a high stress state. Adding more restriction and more intensity just increases cortisol further, which again can slow your metabolism, break down lean muscle, and make fat loss even harder, especially that visceral fat, the kind that settles around the belly, that in midlife, that midsection that we're all trying to get rid of. This is why some women feel like they're doing everything right and still not seeing the results. Because the body isn't in a fat burning state. It's in a survival state. So what supports fat loss now? In midlife, sustainable fat loss becomes less about how hard you can push and more about how well your body can recover, which means consistent sleep, gentle movement like walking, adequate protein, hydration, and nervous system support. All of these help regulate your cortisol, improve insulin sensitivity, and signal safety to your metabolism. And when your body feels safe, it's much more willing to release stored energy, including that stored fat. So if you've been dialing in your nutrition and workouts but overlooking your sleep, you might be missing one of the most powerful drivers of fat loss in midlife. Inside my free Warrior Starter Kit, I walk you through how movement, hydration, nutrition, and recovery, including sleep, all work together to support sustainable weight loss after 40. You can download that using the link in the description below. And if this has helped you understand why your body might be responding differently than it did when you were 28, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with another woman who feels like she's doing everything right but still not seeing results. Because it's not a willpower problem. Sometimes it's a recovery problem.